भद्रं कर्णैभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागं सस्तनूभिः व्यशेमद्देवहितं यदायुः ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Let us pray together. Is it? We offer our salutations to the all-loving being who endows all beings with consciousness. We meditate on the Lord, who is the origin of the universe. Lord, thou abidest in all, thou art all, thou assumest all forms. Thou art the origin and goal of all. Thou art the self of all. Thou art existence, knowledge, and bliss. Salutations unto thee. May the world be peaceful. May the wicked become gentle. May all creatures think of mutual welfare. May their minds be occupied with what is spiritual and abiding. May our hearts be immersed in selfless love for the Lord. Peace, peace, peace be unto all. Let us feel our true divine nature as a spark of light shining in our heart. Let us concentrate on that. I see with concentration that spark is becoming more and more luminous. It is becoming bigger and bigger too. It has covered my whole personality. In fact, I see I am made of light. I see the same light pervading everywhere. Everything is made of the same light. This all pervading, tremendously luminous existence itself is my true identity. And it is the true identity of everyone. Om. Peace, peace, peace. Om. आत्मा में शुद्ध्यन्तां ज्योतिरहं विरजा विपाप्मा भूयासगं स्वाहा. ॐ अन्तरात्मा मे शुद्ध्यन्तां ज्योतिरहं विरजा विपाप्मा भूयासगं स्वाहा. ॐ परमात्मा मे शुद्ध्यन्तां ज्योतिरहं विरजा विपाप्मा भूयासगं स्वाहा. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. This prayer from Mahanarayana Upanishad tells about the purification of our physical personality, psychic personality, and the causal personality. All these three are to be seen as the manifestation of Jyotiraham, what we were meditating before. It is of the nature of light itself. It is free from all sins, viraja, vipapma, all impurities and all sins. And I am of the nature of that luminosity, which is the nature of everyone. We are going to discuss today about democracy, the word we are very familiar with in America, and also, and to some extent rightly, proud that we are a democratic nation. And we always say that it is, we take pride in this because it is not an autocratic governance. We are free to choose our government. That is, in principle, the idea in democracy. We are free. We are not bound and are not under the thumb of anybody. We are free thinkers. And therefore, we choose how to govern ourselves. And well, it is certainly everybody loves freedom, and yet we need to have boundaries bound by certain rules. It is somewhat a seeming contradiction that although we want to be free, we have certain limits to that freedom. And political institutions which form an integral part of human society throughout the history, there we find is that there is the idea that we are a democratic institution, we are a political institution, because human beings, when we come together, we need to be governed. It is every human society, and let us remember that human being is a social animal. We live in society, and this is not just now. As long as we can stretch our history back, you will find that human beings were always a social animal. There were the common institutions that human beings always adhere to, and one of them is that of governance. And therefore, there is in human society, there is the politics. We speak bad about politics, it is all politics. When do we say that? When it rubs us against our grain. Otherwise, we are fine with politics. If I am benefited by politics, then that's good. But if I am hurt by politics, it is bad. So it is like that joke in our global Vedanta in a cartoon. It was presented long ago and I loved it. That it is a man showing a factory that he had made, a factory of toilet bowls. And he said that I got this idea because earlier I was involved in politics. And politics and this toilet making, they have a lot of similarities because both toilet bowls and politics are absolutely necessary. One similarity. Secondly, both are difficult to keep clean. Second aspect. And third, both need flushing constantly. So, therefore, since I was in politics, I had experience, so I started now the toilet bowl factory. The idea is presented that yes, politics is a necessary aspect of human society. We have always politics. Now, there is the democracy is also not a new institution as such. Even in age-old India, you find that there are the democratic institutions at the village level, that there would be a body, elected body of what is called the five people, pancha. So from the village. So it is the name of it in Sanskrit is panchayat, village panchayat. So that is a primary form of democracy. The democracy depends on, submitting to the rule of majority. And therefore, there are some good sides of democracy. Not all good sides, though. as Socrates was therefore against democracy. Why? Because it is the governance of majority, and majority of people are uh, fools, that it is they are not all well educated, well learned, and very intelligent. There is an average level. So, therefore, what democracy means is the government of the average people. So, therefore, it is not a brilliant governance. But therefore, what happens is actually everybody doesn't come to govern, although everybody gets a feeling that I am choosing my government. Not really. It is there are many factors that come into picture. But today we are going to focus only one cardinal point in democracy, and that is the equality. That in democracy, every individual has to have one vote. Everybody, because everybody is equal. That principle is enshrined in the first, that Declaration of Independence in America, that we take this principle for granted. All human beings are created equal. And although it was enunciated, all human beings, from those human beings in those days, what was discarded? Half of human beings in America, women had no voting rights. So also the slaves have no voting rights. So even right in the beginning, right at the inception of this democracy, the principle of equality was very much violated. That no, it is much later in that 20th century that women got their voting rights, and also the colored people got their voting rights to some extent. So it is like that, that they all are equal is a very good principle intellectually, but to practice it becomes very difficult. Because where do we find this equality? We have to go to the source of that equality. We all like this principle of equality, that yes, everybody should be equal. And not only democracy, the Marxism and communism, they tried the same idea, equality. And as that George Orwell's famous novel, The Animal Farm, depicts this, that it is true, all are equal, that is preached as a high ideal. But some powerful beings, they assume more rights, more privileges, and then the others are just treated as their slaves. Therefore, one animal, a horse who was put to lot of labor there, questions a pig who was a ruler, that, we decided that all are equal, and the pig scoffs at him. Yes, all are equal, but some are more equal than others. So that is, it happens because of the body centric awareness. I am this body. And then there is the innate tendency to seek privileges for that. It is equal, okay, but I need more things. And so it automatically people go to do things which are against the spirit of equality. That I want more than others, I want more power than others, I need more recognition than others. And this is very difficult to give up. And that is why, in spite of the ideas, high ideas of democracy, practically they, uh, there is no reason for the applicability of democracy if we are holding on to our physical identity, that I am this much, this is my limited identity, I am this only. And then uh, biologists say that human being is actually not all only human beings. All biology is selfish. Selfish gene is a very big, well-known book of Richard Dawkins. So it is selfish gene. So it is the gene survives on the other genes. They have to be, So and therefore human beings automatically is selfish as such, and therefore the principle of equality becomes so difficult to even think of. Equal, but where is the rationale for equal? Where are we equal? Intellectually, there is tremendous diversity. Somebody is very, very highly intelligent. Some is not. People are not intelligent enough. Some have some special capabilities the others do not have. There are, therefore, there is the seeking of privilege according to my status. All are not having the same musical gift, like if you have, like our Pushpen has musical gifts. So it is not that everybody has that. So where is the equality? We have to see where the equality is. And when we learn to emphasize that, then uh, the democracy gets is its rationale, that why we should be democratic, because there is the source of equality. We are actually equal. The unchanging aspect in us is equal. It is the changing aspect is not equal. All waves on the ocean, they are not of the same height and the same nature. But the ocean from which they are springing, they are all equally connected to the ocean. So, our manifested nature, manifested beings as bodies, we are not equal. Therefore, to bring this equality externally is not possible nor desirable. It is told in our native language. And what equality? Even 5 fingers of your one hand, they are not equal. Each finger has different length, different width, different function. So therefore they are not equal. How can anything like that be equal? No equality in external world. Where is then that equality? One has to go deeper. It is easy to speak that yes, everybody should be treated equally. But what does it mean? What does it mean that everybody should be treated equally? Should everybody become a mathematician? Everybody should be treated equally. Now there are people who are don't have absolutely any aptitude in mathematics. They will be put to terrible suffering. That now everybody has to learn to play sarod. What a terrible situation! Equality. It will be terrible. You cannot become equal in that respect. What do we mean then by equality? Where is that equality that is in our true nature? That is where the Vedanta comes into picture. In essence, actually, all religions speak of this uh, uh, to some extent, but Vedanta asserts it very forcefully that the Atman, our true nature, that is same in all. You will see the Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and all that. Our very idea of God in Vedanta is that it is pervading everybody as their true self. That is the God. Pervades everything equally. So, therefore, God is not less in one, more in another. Physical strength, more in one, less in another. Agreed. Intellectual capability, more in one, less in another. But when it comes to God, God is same in all. Whether the person may be, insignificant financially or intellectually or socially, but it is God is same in all. Human being is a very funny species. Funny means it's a unique in many ways. It is the only known species interbreeding and interthinking. Means the human beings do not go to other species to propagate those. It is the sex of human with animal and having a progeny there is not possible. It is interbreeding species. Also interthinking species. We discuss with others. We collectively think. That is why we have the term brainstorming. Come on, let us put the ideas together and then come to a conclusion. That is how the various ideas of governance come up. Now, if we want the principles of democracy to be put on this sound foundation, then this Vedantic idea of equality in spirit is very important. That there we are equal, and that is why do not think of having equal capability because they are manifestations. Manifestations mean differences, but they should still be seen as the manifestations of that one reality and therefore must be granted equal respect. Equal respect and equal opportunity to grow. And that is how democracy needs shedding away of selfishness. The reason that democracy remains only a word, obviously because of our selfishness, that it is what I do, I make myself more visible. We all vote in elections. And why do we vote a particular person for, say, president's election, and not the other one? What do we know about them? We do not know really anything about any of those candidates except what is projected in the media. And then how do the media runs? Money. So it is who can buy more space, and that thing gets projected everywhere. If somebody is speaking good about a candidate, the other person says, no, no, you are talking it because you watch that particular channel. The other also retorts, because you talk ill about that fellow because you see that channel. So these channels generate our opinion because we do not have any personal knowledge of any of them. It is this is how the information gets circulated, and we buy it for the absence of anything better, and thus this image decides our choice. The bloated, unreal media, expanded media, colored image that we give our vote to. Now that person has his or her own selfish interests behind that. Selfish in the sense body centric and individualistic. That I want it to be like this. I want my wealth to continue to increase, and my fame, I want it to go on increasing. So makes arrangements that how my name can get proposed to get Nobel Prize. It is all such ideas they come because it is this selfish interest. I am this body, and thus everything is centered around that. So, therefore, this practice of democracy becomes very difficult. It is here that, therefore, learning the principles of Vedanta and practicing them. And let me clarify here. In essence, Christianity, Judaism, Buddhism, Taoism, they all teach those things, but Vedanta makes it very clear. Swami Vivekananda has expressed many wonderful thoughts about democracy that I will read some. That the difficulty is about our God. You want to be democratic in this country. It is the democratic God that Vedanta teaches. You have a government, but the government is impersonal. Yours is not an autocratic government. This is what he is speaking in America. Yours is not the autocratic government, and yet it is more powerful than any monarchy in the world. Nobody seems to understand that the real power, the real life, the real strength is in the unseen, the impersonal, the nobody. As a mere person separated from others, you are nothing. But as an impersonal unit of the nation that rules itself, you are tremendous. You are all one in the government. You are a tremendous power. But where exactly is the power? Each man is that power. There is no king. I see everybody equally the same. I have not to take off my hat and bow down to anyone. Yet there is a tremendous power in each man. Vedanta is just that. Its God is not the monarch sitting on a throne. Ah, not monotheistic idea. Monotheistic idea means that God creates, governs from up there, somewhere. But Vedantic idea is not that kind of God. That there are those who like their God that way, a God to be feared and propitiated. They burn candles and crawl in the dust before him. It is not that in India these such people are not there. There are plenty of them, because to become a Vedantist is difficult. For a person practicing religion, this becomes a very nice model. Mm, because then you can rely on a person. I am a person, so my God is a person, and different from me, who listens to my prayers, who gives me more privileges than others, my God. And then there are fights between my God and your God. The saving factor in India is the Vedanta, the backbone of all religious these practices and religious doctrines, Vedanta, which uh, just removes this kind of religion of fear, or religion of considering some big entity sitting over your head and governing you. Why people go for that? Then all responsibility goes to that fellow. I can be irresponsible, because I have taken refuge in you, O Lord. So take care of me. I have no responsibility. Not. Vedanta does not allow that. In Vedanta, each person has to be responsible, and that is also, therefore, uh, an important condition for democracy. Let me continue reading. They want a king to rule them. They believe in a king in heaven to rule them all. The king is gone from this country at least. Where is the king of heaven now? Just where the earthly king is. A very important statement. This is only in Vedanta. In Christianity, you don't have the freedom to say this. That where is the God, the king in heaven, is where the king on earth is. That is gone, this also is gone. In this country, the king has entered every one of you. God also, Vedanta says, has entered every one of us. You are all kings in this country. So, with the religion of Vedanta, you are all gods. One God is not sufficient. You are all gods, says Vedanta. The central idea, and where the democracy tends to lack, is this sense of responsibility, the idea of freedom and idea of equality makes sometimes feel, I can do anything what I want because I am free. But my freedom is to be restricted by this sense of responsibility. My predecessor Swami Sarvagatanandji, was never tired of saying this, that just as there is the Statue of Liberty on the east coast of America, one must put the Statue of Responsibility on the west coast of America. Uh, the statue of responsibility is equally important. If we do not have the responsibility, then this will not hold true. And that is one problem with the democracy that Swami Ranganathananda in his book, the Vedanta and Democratic Administration, has highlighted. In democracy, since all of us are in government, and the sense of responsibility starts going down. It will happen. Oh, one individual, what does it matter? And so forth. And this complacency is a big problem. In America, this problem you can see that how many go to vote? Not all go to vote. The percentage is around 50% go to vote overall. Why? And we don't feel responsibility. Oh, it is your government, isn't it? I found one man criticizing this. How can people elect this kind of president and this like that? I asked him a simple question. Did you cast your vote? No, I didn't go to vote. So then what right do you have? It is your responsibility that you have this equality, yes, but then to have that equality, you have the responsibility that comes with it. You have to contribute your share. And this kind of, callousness and laziness sets in the democratic situation. We feel, we are great. No, you have to keep up with that greatness. You have to work hard. It is, therefore, unless there is this constant spirit of rejuvenating, the democracy goes into complacency. Ah, like that. So excellence doesn't get produced unless there is that struggle to excel, to become better and better. So also Vedanta points out that the interest of everyone is taken care of by democracy. It is of the people, by the people, for the people. So, the interest of everybody should be looked after. And what is the ultimate interest of everybody? All human beings. That Vedanta points out. We are striving for happiness. We all strive for happiness. And where is that happiness? It is within us. Therefore, the words are very funny. That the Declaration of Independence writes that it is, we understand these as the inalienable rights, the right to liberty, the right to life, right to liberty, and right to uh, pursuing happiness, pursuit of happiness, not right to happiness. Why did they not write like that, right to happiness? They did not write pursuit of liberty or pursuit of life, but when it came to happiness, they were forced to put this. These intelligent people, they were forced to put it as pursuit of happiness. Because happiness lies only in running after it. That is our common experience. That we think that it will come afterwards. After some time it will come. It is like going after the mirage water in desert. Oh, it is there, that lake is there. Go further, the lake also moves further. So we keep on running after, chasing the non existent lake. So here we keep on chasing after the non existent happiness, and that is our right. Our right is to keep on pursuing happiness. But uh, the happiness we can get only if we look within. That is the point that Vedanta makes, that you yourself are bliss. Your happiness itself. And this being pointed out, now there is a direction to the progress. One of my teachers pointed out that, and Swami Vivekananda's complete works also mentions that what is the meaning of progress? If you analyze the word progress, uh, it means that you are moving towards a goal. And when you are getting closer to the goal, you call it progress. If you move away from it, it gets called regress. Now, what is that goal? If we do not know the goal, then the word progress has, friends, absolutely no meaning. Progress and regress, what is that? Where are we moving, relative to which we can determine whether we are progressing or not progressing? So, Vedanta points out to that common goal, that this is the goal, to realize that you are the source of happiness. You are happiness itself. You don't have to get happiness. You are already happiness itself, realizing your true nature. Realize your true nature, and then you will see that you are happiness itself. And those who realize this true nature, you can see practically they are always happy. Actually, this is the case, that because they are happy, like sugar is sweet by its nature. When you want to make some, say, cake, then you add sugar to it. And then, because of that addition of sugar, combination with sugar, that flour and other things there, nuts or fruits, whatever, that becomes sweet. What do you have to add to sugar to make it sweet? You don't add anything to the sugar to make it sweet. Sugar is sweetness. So, our true nature, friends, is that happiness. That is the goal. And when we reach that, we see, as we practice, we will be able to see it more and more, that my true nature and somebody else's true nature, they are not different. They are same. It is what is here also, there also. Everybody, when we remove that idea of this body, a body is just a casing, but it is same. Like when they make these medicines, different chemical formulae, at the pharmacy, everything may be put in different capsules. Now this capsule and that capsule, but the medicine, the thing that is going to be useful to you is same in all of them. So that is how, if we examine everything, that then we see the same God or same self, same bliss pervading everything. And that is what is important to realize to sustain democracy. We have to have these rights. Secondly, this idea prompts me to become considerate towards others, because we are actually in us, in our true nature, we are same. And so I will not go to appropriate things of others. If somebody is in distress, I will go to help and serve that person, because we are same, we are equal. So knowing this equality, uh, they we know that everybody has the same rights. That I go to serve others, I expand myself. That is why in democracy it is said, we the people, not I. We. I is a body centric individual. Vedanta tells us to outgrow this body centric individuality and become the consciousness or Atman centric individuality. That individuality encompasses everyone, and therefore that is our true individuality. Swami Vivekananda had to fend this question in United States several times, that when it was said by him that okay, we have to transcend this body, this our, and realize the self which pervades everything. Then the question was, then but what will happen to my individuality? Hmm. I will have to give up my individuality. We stick to our individuality, which kills the spirit of democracy. What does it mean, my individuality? So he writes in a somewhat humorous vein to suggest. So, what it means is that some person grows the beard, the individuality is gone. I used to like certain things and like playing with some toys. And now, if I give it up, my individuality is gone. So I should never give up those toys. If a thief says that, oh, if I stop thieving, then my individuality will be gone. So should I continue thieving? What is this meaning of individuality? The individuality is in that which cannot be further divided. And then we are individual. That is the Atman. And that the Vedanta tells us. Thus, we have to outgrow this body centric idea. I am this body. Then selfishness cannot be given up. If I am the body, then I have to be selfish like that. So the body centric individuality cannot really be very democratic. It will have the color of democracy, that's all. Actually, it will be seeking autocracy for oneself. And that you find that actually happens in many democracies. The one who becomes elected many times tries to keep the power continued. And because of body centered idea, even if that person has to shed it away, would see that his or her genetic progeny gets it, because the idea is body centric. Just as a king having that lineage of kingdom. So that is how it goes. And our idea of religion, common idea of religion, also is like that, that there is some monarch, some god sitting over there. There was one French traveler in America. He came to America to study the American prison systems and then wrote a great treatise, American Democracy, which is very much quoted in all these political conversations. So it is that name of that man is Alexis Tocqueville. Alexis Tocqueville. He has written a lot about American religion, and he lauds it that religious ideas they provide a support that we all belong to God. That becomes that equality. But the spirit of equality he mentions, he doesn't like it, but he says that it is not preventable. That when there is this craze, democracy means equality, and equality becomes an all-consuming principle, including the God that also is brought into that gamut of equal. God cannot have a separate position somewhere in the heaven. That God should be in us. The God must be within us. That God is all pervading. The God that is in us, that is the God that Alexis Tocqueville says will gradually prevail. So he mentions in America, gradually. He doesn't have obviously some idea. No idea he has about the Vedanta or other religions, but he calls them pantheistic religions. Gradually, the pantheistic religions will have more and more hold on American opinion, because the spirit of democracy doesn't tolerate special status to anyone, including God. Even God cannot have a special throne somewhere in the heaven. No. That God should be a God that permeates everything. So, this is, you can see that in American psyche, these ideas are gradually spreading. That yes, the God in me, God in you, that is the beautiful song we sing, especially during our Universal Brotherhood Day, that Namaste, Namaste, I salute the divine in you. I salute the divine in you. And we are different in various ways, different countries, following different faiths, different colors, different days, but yet there is something the same in all of us. And then we point it out and say, Namaste, Namaste, to that something which pervades everything, which is in and out of everything. So that is how this Vedanta becomes the real supporter of democracy in every way. Thank you, friends. My special thanks to those who personally came here today in spite of difficult these driving conditions, at least feared difficult driving conditions, and the very cold weather. Any questions today? Oh, our Ivana has a question. She is into business teachings and the political teacher and so forth. So she should have a question today.
Pranam, Swamiji.
Pranam, pranam.
So how does this idea of cultivating the relationship of being a servant to God, which is often advocated, including by you, sit in relationship with the equality and
What a
treating
good
God as
question,
equal?
Excellent. Therefore, wherever we say that I am servant of God, that God is not outside, but that God who is my true reality. That is how Vedanta always says that serve me who is your reality. It is like the waves serving the ocean. So that it is the real service is to offer oneself to that. So, thus, this spirit of service is not to an external God and who will be pleased with you by your service and give you something in return as reward. This is not a religion of reward and punishment. This is the religion where though the one who you serve is within you and within everyone. That is therefore also in Bhagavatam, and it has been specially mentioned by Swami Vivekananda, that serve others. That is the best service of God. In Bhagavatam, in Kapilopadesha part of Bhagavatam, it is told that those who do external worship but neglect my presence in all the human beings, all other beings, they are not doing worship at all. Their worship is a mockery of worship. By neglecting my presence in the other beings, by frowning upon them, by criticizing them or neglecting them, you are not doing then worship at all. Your external worship in the shrine then is just a mockery. The word in Sanskrit is very nice. Archa vidambanam. It is a mockery of worship. So the real worship is that. How to do that? That also that same that chapter says how to do this worship. That give them that all that is needed by them. Danena, danamana, give them whatever they need for that their survival, and then archaye danamanabhyam Maitreya, have the feeling of friendship with them, feeling oneness with them. Maitreya abhinena chakshusha, that don't look upon you and them as different, because look upon God as being the same in all. So that is the way the service is described, proper service. So, service to God, somewhere sitting on the whatever number of heaven you assign, that is not this service of God that is told in Vedanta or in Bhakti. It is told that serve the God who is, the word used is very beautiful, Atma Rama. That it is the source of joy within you, your own self, the one who resides in you as your very self. That is how the Vedanta God is. The question whether that God exists or not doesn't come. If you have the God idea of God sitting somewhere in heaven, and there would be question, what is the proof of that God? But the Vedanta God is your very nature. Do you accept that you are? Yes, I am, of course I am. Then that you is actually God. So that is how the existence of you is the proof of the existence of God. Yeah. Any other question? Oh, this Sangeeta has question. Must be very difficult question.
So, even in Vedanta and other um, religions, we are taught still to bow down to Ramakrishna. We are taught to bow down to Shardama. Bow down to Jesus Christ. So that still encourages duality, I think.
It is doesn't encourage duality. It accepts the fact that we still feel duality, and to remove that, what is this prostration? To offer this little I into the true great I. That is the meaning of prostration. Yeah. It is not like a subordinate saluting a boss. No, not like that. But saluting my true nature. I want to merge with my true nature. That is the meaning of that salutations. Yeah. Any question there? Upstairs?
Yes. Question from Charles Feldman.
Hi, Charles Feldman.
How do other species fit into this idea of equality?
Other species?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, other species also are divine. God pervades everything, that includes every single particle, the biological species, and all what we call as matter. Everything is pervaded by God. And therefore, that equality is not limited only to human beings but to everyone. Now, the other creatures, we don't know whether they have democratic systems or not. So, we don't want to impose it on other species. But to be treated as divine, that is why those who follow the Vedanta or Hinduism, these principles, they see God in various animals and then uh, offer them the worship, like cows and the dogs, the cats, they are given their, even the ghosts, they are also offered their due, So it is to respect all species as God is in all of them. Thank you, Charlie. Any other question? Okay, let us conclude with the closing prayers. Then, as usual, we will have the arati and then a soup supper. Please join soup supper. And there will be lot of soup because there are very few people. Uh, so, may the divine, who is Father in heaven of the Christians, Holy One of the Jewish faith, Allah of the Muslims, Buddha of the Buddhists, Tao of the Taoists, Great Spirit of the Native Americans, Ahura Mazda of the Zoroastrians, and Brahman of the Hindus, lead us from the unreal to the real, from darkness to light, from death to immortality. May the all loving being manifest himself unto us and grant us abiding understanding and all consuming divine love. Peace, peace, peace be unto all.
breaker of all our worldly bondage and adored by all. We adore you too. Sinless Lord, assuming human form. Stainless Lord, assuming human form. Transcendent yet filled with love. You free us from the stain of sin and ornament our world. Consciousness is a form. Your eyes always purified by knowledge. Your eyes always purified by knowledge. Looking at them, illusion is gone. Ocean of shining love and feeling, ever inebriated in your infinite love. Your feet always dear to your devotees. Your feet always dear to your devotees. Form a boat to cross this world. Revealed to us as God incarnate and the Lord of all things, helping us join with you. Your mind's always set in the divine light. Your mind's always set in the divine light. This we can see through your grace. Destroyer of worldly sorrow and compassion soul, infinite is your work. Your life's offered for the world's deliverance. Your life's offered for the world's deliverance, saving us from darkness and fear. Renouncer of all lust and lucre, therefore you were always spurning sensual life. Lord of monks, you are the best of men. Lord of monks, you are the best of men. Grant to us pure love for you. You're fearless and you're free from doubting, with your mind very firmly resolved. Causeless refuge of your devotees. Causeless refuge of your devotees, renouncing caste and birth. Our treasure is your holy feet, which take us very soon across this puddle of life. You give love and even sightedness. You give love and even sightedness to remove our anguish here. Our treasure is your holy feet, which take us very soon across this puddle of life. You give love and even sightedness. You give love and even sightedness to remove our anguish here. Greetings to you, O Lord, beyond both speech and mind. Greetings to you, O Lord, beyond both speech and mind. Yet you are the basis of both. O Lord, yet you are the basis of both. Great light of all lights, blazing in the heartscape. Great light of all lights, blazing in the heartscape. Darkness is destroyed by your light. Oh Lord, darkness is destroyed by your light. Greetings to you, O Lord, beyond both speech and mind. Greetings to you, O Lord, beyond both speech and mind. Yet you are the basis of both. O Lord, yet you are the basis of both. Great light of all lights, blazing in the heartscape. Great light of all lights, blazing in the heartscape. Darkness is destroyed by your light. Oh Lord, darkness is destroyed by your light. Langa Ranga Bhanga. These are all the sounds of Mridanga. Langa Ranga Bhanga. These are all the sounds of Mridanga. Spiritual songs devotees are singing for your worship divine. Spiritual songs devotees are singing for your worship divine. Jaya Jaya for your worship divine. Haru Haru for your worship divine. For your worship divine. Breaker of all worldly bondage and adored by all, we adore you too. Jai Shri Guru Maharaj Ji Ki Jai. Auspicious and blessed graciousness sublime, all noble ends you give to us, granting us refuge, all seeing God. O Mother Divine, our love to you. Creation, preservation, dissolution, are your powers, eternal one, nature's real basis, nature's essence. O Mother Divine, our love to you. We come seeking refuge from anguish. Be our Savior through your deep concern. All our suffering remove, Goddess. O Mother Divine, our love to you. Victory, O Mother Divine, our love to you. Blessed Mother Divine, our love to you. Blessed Mother Divine, our love to you. Blessed Mother Divine, our love to you. Jai Shri Ram Krishna Dev Ki Jai. Jai Shri Sarda Devi Ki Jai. Jai Shri Swami Vivekananda Ki Jai. Jai Shri Buddhadev Ki Jai. Jai Shri Jesus Christ Ki Jai.